Before start, I want to give you guys a question. What would you do if your kids were brutally raped and then being left disabled for her entire life? About a year ago, a 50-year-old guy kidnapped an 8-year-old girl, and then he violently assaulted and raped her. As a result, her internal organs were badly damaged, and she might have been dead if she had not been found earlier. Although she had a surgery, her anus, colon, and 80% of her sexual organ could not be recovered forever, not to mention her mental damage. However, the very man who ruined her entire life was sentenced to only 12 years because he was drunk while he was committing crime. Can you ever agree with this slight punishment to the inhumane monster? I strongly insist that sex offenders should be castrated to protect society from dangerous people. First, many people argue that castration is cruel and unusual punishment. However, what's more invasive and mutilating is what sex offenders do to innocent women and kids and allowing them to destroy their lives. Sex offense is one of the worst kind of crime since it fatally harms victims not only physically but also psychologically. In fact, the Korean law system are definitely not strong enough to deal with this horrific crime. Let's see other countries' use of castration. The Czech Republic offers surgical castration, and Sweden, Denmark, Canada, and 10 US states are using chemical castration. We need more intense and crueler punishment, which will be castration. Second, some people argue that castration does not lower the rate of offenses. However, obviously, it is an effective way of reducing repeat offenses. In fact, sex offenders are among the highest recurring offense population in the United States. They are prone to recurring offense upon release from prison. A Danish study of 900 sex offenders who were surgically castrated in the 1960s suggested that the rate of recurring offense drastically dropped from 80% to 2.3%. Castration will be ideal punishment to stop recurring sexual crime. Third, castration can help rehabilitate violent sex offenders. Sexual crime is caused by both psychological and physical urge. Castration will help sex offenders by freeing them from the urges that motivate them offend. And what's more, if castration is introduced, people would know they were no longer a threat, so they would be allowed to get on with their lives. Here is an interview with the New York Times, and whose name is Pavel, and he said, "I am living a productive life, and I want to tell people there is help." In conclusion, although there is some argument who are against the sexual castration over sexual criminals, but I think castration is an ideal punishment for not only society but also for sex offenders. So castration must be introduced, performed, and encouraged to protect society from dangerous monsters. Do you guys have any questions?